Well, hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. I'm Todd Craighead. The Close to Home Fishing Program is a big priority for us here at your Wildlife Department because we recognize that providing urban fishing opportunities is essential for the future of fishing in Oklahoma. Now, as part of our partnership with different municipalities around the state, our fisheries folks regularly stock all the close to home locations. Today, several ponds in the Oklahoma City area are receiving a load of trophy-size hybrid bluegill. First-class fishing opportunities for everyone, even within many of our urban areas. Just another reason to love Oklahoma and the adventures that await you.
Where I'm from, it's a lot of pine and cedar trees. It's always wet. Out here, it looks open and dry. Ain't very much like out home.
Kid that's your age that would be a little worried about coming out here, what would you tell them?
Don't be. It's going to be a good experience. I haven't even done it, and I know it's going to be a good experience for me.
Driving to and from this area each morning, and people that I worked with encounter deer, and controlling the population's really important here. So I understand that, and I think he does as well. As far as processing the meat and use it to our ability as far as eating currently as well.
So we're here to harvest a couple deer for the deer population because they're having some problems with the deer eating peanuts and all that.
Mr. Ripto has too many deer. He just simply does. He raises peanuts and he's feeding deer, and he can't keep enough high fences or any other devices to keep them off. So hunting is a great use of the renewable resource. And if we can teach more kids about that, then there will be more of us to help him manage that renewable resource.
Feels good. It's like to help a person out.
Might have to use the dog more than we need to tonight. Thanks.
Sit up there? Sure. Well, I know right now we're not seeing it here, but practice using your quiet voice too.
What you have here, setting everything up and I guess it's kind of the beginner course to kind of get them to feel more comfortable with it. I think that's the most important thing. This is the first time, like I said, I've ever been involved in anything like this and seeing it, how you have everything set up and it gets everybody. I think his comfortability, is a lot, as far as his stress or anxiety, is a lot less now that he's had the opportunity to be around other people and get to shoot, practice, and kind of get a little bit of an overview of the area.
Deer hunting isn't about harvest, it's about the story. And it's about the lifelong joy of retelling that story. And when you can, as a mentor, when you can take a kid out and their parents and start that story at 15, 16, 17 years old, then there's a lifetime to be built upon. We just want to put the passion in those kids that they can take to their buddies and their friends and their cousins, and just to ignite the fire and let it grow like it does in everybody that falls in love with the outdoors. We're just trying to start a spark.
Yeah. Say what you think.
Big deal. I didn't realize it got this big over here. Eating all them peanuts and all that.
160-yard shot. Good shot.
Yeah, appreciate the opportunity. Definitely. Landowner and department. This is a great opportunity for someone who wants to, either it's your first time or you've been hunting before. I know it's really enjoyable. Hope we get to come back and do it again for a lot of years. Of course, you'll have grown out, aged out, so you can bring your children too. Yeah. You'll know what to look forward to.
My name is Josh Richardson. I'm the private land section supervisor for the Wildlife Division of the Oklahoma Wildlife Department. We have the privilege of working together with lots of landowners across the state. One of the things that we can do with them is help to coordinate these private lands youth deer hunts. The private lands youth deer hunts are set up to provide some additional opportunities for youth across the state, either new hunters that haven't had a chance to harvest a deer yet, or young hunters that are just new into the sport and needing a little bit extra practice in there. While out on these hunts, we certainly want kids to be able to harvest a deer, but we're also out there to try to make sure and instill in them the need to use what we harvest, to be able to process these deer, get it broke down into food that they and their families can eat. Also talk with them about the importance of hunting as a management tool, whether it be for controlling herd numbers that are too high or balancing out herd numbers, getting buck to doe ratios more in balance. We try to encourage the kids and teach the kids on all of those aspects while we're out on these hunts. We work with landowners to try to meet some of their management goals, whether that be addressing depredation issues in agriculture fields, or landowners that are trying to balance out their deer herds and needing a few more antlerless deer taken, or just landowners that have a passion for kids and getting kids into the sport of hunting in the outdoors. Youth that are interested in applying can go to our website, wildlifedepartment.com, or to our app, Go Outdoors Oklahoma, to apply for these hunts. We encourage you to try something new, and hopefully we'll see you on one of these hunts out here in outdoor Oklahoma.
My name is Jared Davis, and I am a wildlife biologist with the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation. One of my job duties with the department is the mountain lion coordinator for the state. We had a mountain lion sighting report here in the northwest Oklahoma City metro area. We take all of these sightings very seriously. Initially, our law enforcement division started the investigation here at the location where the supposed mountain lion was sighted. They called me in that evening to look over the photos, and we came to the conclusion that this seemed to be just your ordinary domestic house cat. The following morning, I came out to this site to take measurements, look for sign, and do everything that I do on a typical mountain lion investigation. Some of the signs that we look for in our mountain lion investigations would be tracks, scat, scratch mounds, or scent mounds that are found on the ground when mountain lions are present in an area. In this instance, we found no tracks consistent with a mountain lion. We found no scat or scent mounds or scratch mounds that are consistent with a mountain lion as well. When looking at the photograph, some of the things I used to determine that this was not a mountain lion were the size of the feline in question in relation to other things in the background, such as the fence, the trees, the height of the grass, and the homes in the background. So the size of the cat in question in relation to the things in the background led us to believe that this was just a normal house cat and not a mountain lion. Just to give you some perspective, we decided that we would make some silhouettes of 3 different species of felines found here in Oklahoma. We have our mountain lion, our bobcat, and just an average house cat. We're gonna take these silhouettes and place them out at the location where the cat was in the photograph, just to see the size difference, if there is any difference, between these different species. So this is the location that we believe the cat in the photograph was located. I'm going to place each of these 3 silhouettes here And then we're gonna go back down to the vantage point of where the photograph was originally taken and compare what the silhouettes look like to the cat in the photo. You can already tell that the silhouette of the mountain lion is much bigger than the silhouette of the cat in the original picture. Now let's go ahead and see what the bobcat and the house cat silhouettes look like, just to compare. As you can see from the footage, there is quite a difference in the silhouettes when viewing them from a distance. We have the house cat, the bobcat, and your average mountain lion. And when I say average, that puts it in the category of a small male to a large female. If you have a sighting or what you believe might be a mountain lion on your property, or in a photograph that was taken in Oklahoma, please go to our mountain lion reporting form at wildlifedepartment.com. When you send in a report, if there is no scientific evidence in that report, meaning you just saw something that you believe was a mountain lion, what we do is we take that information in a location, we mark it down, and if we have multiple reports from a single location, then we look into it further. If there is scientific evidence, be it a photograph, scat, tracks, claw marks, scent mounds, anything like that or of that nature, then we will come out, either myself or one of our law enforcement officials will come out and conduct a site investigation to see if there in fact was a mountain lion at this location. Since 2002, we've confirmed over 30 mountain lions across Oklahoma. Mountain lions are considered a transient species in Oklahoma. This means that there's no established territory or established breeding population so far. Well, I hope you learned something with this video. And I just want to reiterate the fact that we take every one of these sightings very seriously. So everyone, please stay safe and go outside and enjoy outdoor Oklahoma.
This is a stretch of the Mountain Fork River, which is one of our latest additions to our trout program. Approximately 12 miles of the river will be a designated trout stream. It will be year-round. We stock approximately 3,800 trout every 2 weeks to provide an ample population of fish for the angler. The trout stocked in here are all rainbow trout. One of the nicer fishing areas will probably be the first mile of stream below the spillway of the dam, which is a fairly steep gradient, shallow, narrow stream that is more like a mountain trout stream than some of the flatter stretches like this in the background. Much of the area will be floatable by canoe, with only one restricted area immediately below the power outlet, from the power outlet downstream to a low water concrete dam. The rest of it can be floated by canoe or a shallow draft boat, such as John boat. Approximately 4 miles of this flows through the Beavers Bend State Park, so access is readily available to the angler. The park also provides multiple use areas, group camping, individual camp areas, cabin sites, cafe right on the bank of the river. Our trout fisheries in the past have shown that they are very popular with anglers in Oklahoma, and they have a high success rate on catching. Approximately 85 to 90% of the fish we stock are caught out.
I think it'll be a real good opportunity down here for a lot of reasons. One of the main things is this time of the year, after the hunting seasons and everything's over with, there's not really much to do around here. I've had a lot of people call me here in the last couple of weeks once they've heard about the trout that are being stocked here, wanting to know what they need to do, how they can come up here and fish and be legal, which is very important. We're going to have a real good fishery here and everything if everybody will go by the rules and do what they're supposed to.
What is that, 1 for you?
No, that's 2, 3. There's 3.
There's Theo.
A little more luck since he was here. Get you on there.
The people at Beavers Bend are excited, very excited about the trout fishing that has came to our area. We have a variety of things here that will interest you in addition to trout fishing, and a lot of nice places to stay while you're trout fishing. Beavers Bend has 47 rental cabins, 11 of them which are located right on the banks of Mountain Fork River. They're furnished with all the cooking and eating utensils that you need, stoves, refrigerators, bed linens and bath linens, and they have complete kitchenettes. In addition to our cabins, we have a full-time naturalist and assistant naturalist that's part-time for a full range of wintertime and summertime naturalist activities. And in addition to that, we have rental boats, canoes and paddle boats and yak canoes, a variety of different boats available for renting for either floating the river, fishing the river, or doing whatever you'd like. We also have 8 campgrounds with over 175 campsites available. 111 of these are electrical hookup and water sites. All but one of these campgrounds are located right on the banks of Mountain Fork River, just a cast away from the river, and provide easy access to the trout fishing and some of the most spectacular scenery in southeastern Oklahoma.
We at Beavers Bend hope that our trout fishing will rival any in the United States. So if you want to catch good eating fish, plan a trip to Beavers Bend in the near future.
So, we're going to start with the fish, girls. Okay, so you see this right here? This is their rib cage, all right? And the meat we want is basically from here all the way down here to right there. And right here in the middle of the back is their backbone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that knife, I'm going to cut down to the backbone. I'm going to turn my knife sideways and cut straight down the backbone and cut this whole slab of meat off right here. And I'm going to fillet it off of the skin. Okay, all right, so I'm going to start my cut right here. Okay, and can you hear that? Can you hear the bone? I'm on the backbone, okay? I'm going to turn my knife sideways. I'm going to cut straight down the backbone, keeping my blade right above the anal fin right there. Okay, and I'm going to stop at the tail. I'm going to pull this way. And this is the piece of meat I want. If you feel here, you guys can feel that. You can feel it with your gloves. You feel that's bone. You feel that bone? Yeah. That means I got all the way down to the backbone. I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna try to stay just above that skin. So when I get done, I don't have any meat left on the skin. I just have skin. Now there's one more step. Feel here, see that? That's the rib cage. You don't want to eat that. So I'm going to take my knife just on the inside of that rib cage. And now what I have left is a fish fillet. Okay, show you again.
Yeah, it's fun that we get to do stuff like this with them.
Yeah.
Start our cut right here.
I don't want to cut the fish.
You don't want to do it?
I don't want to cut the fish.
You want Kendall to try first?
Yeah.
Come on, Bones. So we're going to start. See, feel the rib cage right here? So we're going to start the cut. I'll show you. I'll make a cut for you. Make the cut right there.
Go all the way to the
Yep.
thing.
That push down. Now go rock it forward just a little bit. Go ahead and keep pushing. I'm going to help you do this side. All right, now we're going to turn it sideways. Now you feel here touching that bone. Okay. Now rock the knife forward just a little bit. Come forward. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Stop. Being able to teach them something new that's what I do for a living. I love to do that, and so I had a great time with them today, and I hope they had a great time as well. Like that right there. Keep going. Pull with your left hand. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Great. Take that fillet off.
I don't think you can tell the difference.
Hey, I've seen adult people that can't clean a fish anywhere near what you guys just did.
Well, we hope that today's stories remind you that Oklahoma is such a perfect state to explore. So however you choose to enjoy our state's incredible natural wonders, remember that your adventure starts with Outdoor Oklahoma. Outdoor Oklahoma is produced by the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation and is proud to serve and be funded entirely by sportsmen and women and outdoor enthusiasts who love and appreciate all things wild in the great state of Oklahoma.